I have 52 minutes left on my phone. I'll give you my reasons why. The first reason why is because what? Xanus is a unique story. You'll find out what I mean by that when you read the book, obviously. It's a very unique story. Hence why the actors chosen for Xanus will be the most successful out of all the chosen actors from my five movies. The actors chosen for Organization will be successful, obviously. The actors chosen for Very Unique will be successful. The actors chosen for the Hidden Vampire movie will be successful. The actors chosen for the Western Gangster movie will be successful. But none of them are going to be as successful as the actors chosen for Xanus, because Xanus is a unique story, obviously. Like, most expensive movie ever made. Ever made, obviously. Right? Right? I'm going to say this. Eratat, the devil himself. Eratat and Ephesus, the devils themselves. That's one reason why, right? Right? Craziest Buzz, obviously. I'm spelling craziest wrong. Craziest Buzz. Right? Ivan, first movie. Ivan's first movie. And VJ's first big budget movie. That's why they're going to be the most successful of all the actors chosen for all my other five movies. I'm not kidding around. The actors chosen for Xanus will be the most successful out of what? Out of the chosen actors for my five movies. The actors for my other movies will be successful too, as all my other movies will have crazy buzz, obviously. But Xanus will have the strongest buzz because it's a unique story. You'll find out that when you read the book. I already gave you an idea of my world building in my past videos. You guys know how good my book is, obviously. So Xanus' unique story, the most expensive movie ever made. Eratat and Ephesus are what? Are the devils themselves as well as the wolves and the bats, obviously. So the actors are going to be fighting devils on the screen. Hence why you're looking at unheard of buzz. Craziest buzz out of all my movies. The reason why Xanus will have the craziest buzz out of all my movies because Xanus' unique story. It's the most expensive movie ever made. Xanus is going to be more expensive than all my other movies. Because the Organization movie, I'm going to make it like for $650 million. The Hidden Vampire movie, I'll make it for $550 million, $600 million around there. You know what I'm saying? The Western Guys movie, I'll make it for like $600 million, $600 million around. Whereas Xanus is the most expensive movie ever made. Hence, you're looking at a top-notch movie. Eratat and Ephesus are the devils themselves, and as well as the wolves and the bats. Craziest buzz out of all my movies because it's Ivan's first movie and VJ's first big budget movie. These are the reasons why these actors are going to be successful, the most successful. The Xanus actors are going to be the most successful out of all the chosen actors chosen for my five movies. Because Xanus is a unique story. It's the most expensive movie ever made. It's going to be more expensive than all my other movies. Eratat and Ephesus are the devils themselves, and the wolves and bats are devils. Hence what? There's never been a movie made where you have brave men fighting the most horrific beings in movie history. You're looking at devils on the big screen. Something so scary you guys might cry. Hence why you're looking at crazy buzz for my movie, obviously. Picture something like the Bible, except picture something like the Bible, because dance is you can see it as a fantasy Bible story. You got a lot of biblical symbolism. As Tachyon is what? The symbolism of Jesus, and Eratat is the symbolism of the devil, obviously. So Xanus is a unique story. You'll find out that when you read the book. The most expensive movie ever made. Eratat and Ephesus are the devils themselves, as well as the wolves and the bats. Craziest buzz out of all my movies, and it's Ivan's first movie, obviously. That's a big reason why I'm gonna have so much buzz for my movie. Xanus will have the craziest buzz because it's my first big budget movie. Whereas once you see the Organization movie, the world will already know what it's like to see Ivan in a big budget movie, obviously. But it's still gonna have crazy buzz, obviously. All my movies will have crazy worldwide buzz, but not at the same level as Xanus. Xanus is a unique story, obviously. Hence why all these actors are gonna be what they're gonna be. I'll say this because they are what. They are fighting devils on the big screen. These actors, these chosen actors, will be what? Remembered as legends, man. That's how scary Eratat is. They're going to be remembered as legends, right? Hence, why what? Hence, why the what? The chosen actors for xanus will be the most successful, obviously, because you're looking at devils on the big screen, man. Whereas the organization movie, there's no devils on the big screen. Like, yeah, the actors chosen organization will be successful. The actors for their unique hidden vampire movie, Western guys, they're going to be successful too. You're looking at crazy buzz for those movies, but you're not. Those movies will not have the same buzz as Xanus because Xanus is my first movie. No one knows what it's like to see Ivan the Big Budget movie. Obviously, Xanus is my first movie. It's VJ's first big budget movie. Obviously, has me and VJ are going to be fucking nervous. Obviously, right? As Xanus is also a unique story. It's the most expensive movie ever made, and Eritag and Ephesus are the devils themselves, and the wolves and bats are devils too, obviously. Right? And these brave men, these brave actors are going to be fighting, because they are fighting devils on the big screen, these chosen actors, and the one will be experiencing the horror, obviously, these chosen actors will be remembered as legends. Hence why the chosen actors for Xanus will be the most successful, obviously. Because the actors chosen for Xanus, the men are going to be remembered. The men and women are going to be the men who are going to be fighting the movie. They're going to be remembered as legends as you're looking at literal devils on the screen. Something 3 times scarier than Pennywise the Clown, that devil being an Annabelle and the boss of Lord of the Rings. And the women are going to be remembered as legends as they're going to be experiencing the horror of the demon beings. My wife doesn't experience the horror of the devil beings, obviously. Hence why the actor chosen for Xanus is going to be the most successful out of all the what? The Hollywood actors, obviously. They're going to be remembered as legends, obviously. As they're going to be fighting what? They're going to be fighting. I'm going to say this. The men. So I'll tell you who. So Taki's the first, obviously. Taki's the first. Maramis. Papyri. Taki's the second, obviously. Right? Tacitonius. Cassius. Eli. Job. Sirius. Cornelius. Right? All these men, right? They will what? They will be fighting the demon, wolves, and bats in the movie, obviously. So scary, right? And demonic that what? That these men will be what? Remembered as legends. That's how scary it is. I'm not kidding around, man. They're going to be legends, man. They're going to be legends. They're going to be what? Remembered, obviously. Hence why they're going to be the most successful out of all the Hollywood actors, obviously. Right? And the woman, obviously. So you have Lithia, Sarah, Lithius, Elizabeth, Belle, Mary, right? These people, right? They're going to what? They're going to experience the horror, obviously. The horror what? Of Eritat, Ephesus, and the what? The devil, wolves, and bats, obviously, right? Hence, they're also going to be legends. Even though the women don't fight, they're going to be remembered as legends because the woman, my wife, is going to experience the horror of the devil bats as well as the horror of the devil wolves, obviously. Right? Right. So the men, so Tacius the first, Maramis, Papyri, Tacius the second, Tacitonius, Cassius, Eli, Job, Sirius, Cornelius, they all fight in the book, obviously, right? They will be fighting the demon wolves and bats in the movie, obviously. So scary, right? They're going to be fighting the demon bats and the wolves in the movie, obviously. So scary, right? And demonic that these men will be remembered as legends. Hence why what? Hence why they're going to be the most successful in Hollywood. Hence why they will be what? The most successful out of all the Hollywood actors. Out of all the chosen Hollywood actors. But even then, they will still beg. They will still beg because they were saved. And Sky Source is better than Hollywood. That's how special my wife are, man. See what I'm saying here? In Hollywood. I'm saying that. Right? So the men. So Tacius the first, Merriman, Papyri, Tacius the second, Tacitonius, Cassius, Eli, Job, Sirius Cornelius. They all fight in the book, obviously, right? They'll be fighting the demon wolves and bats in the movie, obviously. So scary and demonic that these men will be remembered as legends. The woman, Lithia, Sarah, Lithias, Elizabeth, Belle, Mary, they will experience the horror of Eretat, Ephesus, and the devil wolves and bats. Hence, they're going to be remembered as legends too, obviously. Hence why these actors will be the most successful out of all the chosen Hollywood actors, obviously, for my movie. But even then, they will beg because they were saved, and Skyscraper is much better than Hollywood. That's how special my wife are, obviously. So even though these actors know they're going to be successful in Hollywood, even then, they're still going to beg because they'd rather work for me and my wife to work in Hollywood, and because Skyscraper is much better than Hollywood. Skyscraper is better than Hollywood, and they were saved, and they don't want to be left behind. They know, even though their movies are going to be doing, I don't know, $400 million, $400 million movies, even though they're going to be successful, they're going to do $400 million movies on their own, or if they're an ensemble, they do a $700 million to $1 billion movie. Even then, they're still the side tension. They're cut off from IMDb's glory. They're now left behind, no longer saved. Hence, they're going to feel like shit. They're going to feel abandoned by God, and their movies will feel meaningless. It'll feel like as if no one's watching their movies. Because Ivan and Vijay is the main show. That's how special we are. So even though these actors know they're going to be successful in Hollywood, when me and wife start the process of organization movie, because the whole world's tuning into our movie, right? These actors are still going to feel what? They're going to feel abandoned, left behind by God. They're going to remember what it was like to be saved. You know, their fame will feel meaningless, and it'll feel like as if no one's watching the movies because the whole world is tuning into Ivan and Vijay's organization movie for that. And you feel left out and abandoned. It's a shitty feeling. That's why these actors are going to beg, because they don't want to have that shitty feeling. They want to be saved and not left behind. That very feeling that you would have had forever because you guys are stupid. You took my wife's boy for granted. That's the feeling those actors want to have. They don't want to be left behind. Hence why they're going to beg. Even though think about it. They know they're going to have successful careers in Hollywood, and even then they still beg. Why? It's because Ivan and Vijay are that special. Skyscraper was burned in Hollywood and they were saved. And they don't want to be left behind. They don't want to be the side tension. They want to be the main tension. By what? Experiencing the fame with Ivan and Vijay. As being famous with Ivan and Vijay feels meaningless. Worthless and meaningless, obviously. Yeah, there you go. Right? So I said I was going to talk about the 4 years of Xanus, but I decided to change the topic. I'll call this video Desperation. Because it's pretty much about the Hollywood actors being desperate. I'll call it Desperation. Right? I'll make you say this. Fame without what? Ivan and Vijay feels what? Worthless and meaningless. Right? So even though right? Because of what? Because the whole world is what? Is tuning in. And only what? Only, I don't know, 20 to 30 million people are tuning in for what? For the Hollywood actors, obviously. I'll say the what? The chosen actors. Because they're cut off, obviously. They what? They feel what? Their fame. Their fame feels what? Even though they're successful in Hollywood, okay? Even though they're successful in Hollywood, I don't know, a good 20, 30 million people are tuning into their movie, obviously. Even then, what? They feel what? Their career feels worthless and meaningless. Even though it's not worthless and meaningless, it feels worthless and meaningless because they're cut off from Ivan and VJ's glory, obviously. Because they're cut off from our glory. They're now cut off. They're left behind, obviously. And their fame, they're the side attention. So even though they're successful in Hollywood, their movie does $400 million. It's a huge hit. Their career feels worthless and meaningless because Ivan and VJ are what? The main show. And because they're cut off from our glory, because they know what it's like to be saved and be a part of the experience, now even though they're in Hollywood and they're famous, and a good 20, 30 million people are tuning into their movies are doing, I don't know, $400, $300 million. They're successful in Hollywood because the whole world's tuning into Ivan and VJ's movie, obviously. Ivan and VJ's movie and Ivan and VJ are the main show. Because they're cut off from our glory and they feel left behind, their career feels worthless and meaningless because they're cut off from our glory. And it'll feel, because, in other words, even though 20, 30 million people are tuning into the movie, because the whole world is tuning into Ivan and VJ's organization movie, it feels as if nobody is tuning into their movie. Because that's how, in other words, you feel abandoned by God. Even though when they're promoting their movies at the Comic-Con, it feels like as if no one cares about their movie. It feels as if their movie's meaningless. Even though they have a good 20, 30 million people turning to their movie, and the movie has $400 million, it'll feel like as if no one's tuning into their movie because Ivan and VJ are the main show and the whole world's tuning into their movie. Hence the glory, obviously. And they're cut off, they're now cut off from our glory, hence they're now left behind, and it's a shitty feeling, obviously. It's a shitty feeling, man. And they don't want to have that feeling, hence why they're going to beg. Hence why they're going to beg, man. They're going to fucking beg. I'm not kidding, man. You think I'm crazy. These Hollywood actors chosen for Xanus are going to beg their fucking asses off, man. You're looking at something fucking crazy, man. Yeah, man. That's how special me and my wife are. Right? Right. Try to think here. In other words, I'll do this. The chosen Hollywood actors will be desperate, obviously. They will be desperate and they will beg. They will beg. They're going to beg on their knees, obviously. For me and my wife to re-sign them. Because me and my wife are special. I'm going to keep saying that. Ivan and VJ are special. Because we're the source, obviously, we're special, obviously. Hence, these guys are going to what? They're gonna beg, man. They're going to beg their fucking asses off. They're going to beg. Some of them might even cry, man. These Hollywood, the chosen actors will desperately beg. When I mean beg, I mean they're really, really gonna beg, man. Like when I mean beg, I'm not talking about like something simple. No, they're gonna like, Ivan, VJ, please, man. Like, I don't want to go to Hollywood. I want to be with you. They're gonna Ivan, please, please, Ivan, please, man, please, Ivan, I don't want to go to Hollywood, man. I want to be with you. Like they're gonna desperately beg because they don't want to be what? They don't want to be left behind, man. Yeah, man. That's how special we went for. They don't want to be what? Left behind. They want to be saved. And Skysource is much better than Hollywood. And they don't want to have that shitty feeling that the world has. They don't want to feel abandoned and left behind by God. Hence why they're going to beg because they want to be saved, obviously. They don't want to be left behind. They want to be saved. Hence why they're going to beg. They're going to beg their fucking asses off. Because Ivan and Vijay are very special, obviously. So the chosen actors will desperately beg on their knees. They're not going to beg on their knees, but I'm speaking metaphorically here. But they're going to beg on their knees for me and my wife to resign them. They don't want to be left behind. They want to be saved. Hence, they're going to beg. Some might even cry, man. That's how crazy it's going to be. Some might cry. Because they just experienced the international fame, international glory of Ivan Vijay, obviously. Right? Hence why what? All the Hollywood actors, right? All the Hollywood actors will desperately what? Try and what? And be in me and my wife's movie, obviously. Movie. See what I'm saying here? Hence why all the Hollywood actors will desperately try and be in me and wife's movie. Because Sky Source is top notch, obviously. Sky Source is top notch, better than all those companies, better than Disney, better than Warner Bros., better than Paramount, better than Lionsgate, better than better than Netflix, better than all those companies. Hence why all the Hollywood actors from all levels will desperately try and be in me and my wife's movie because Sky Source is top notch. Obviously. I'll call this video Desperation. Desperation and begging. Or something like that. I was going to talk about the 4 years of Xanus, but I'm changing my mind. I'm not going to talk about that. Because I already made a video about that in my past recent videos. Hence why all the Hollywood actors will desperately try and be in me and my wife's movie because what? Sky Source is so top notch. It is a top notch company. Right? It is a top notch company. Right? Alright. Trying to think what I want to talk about here. I'm going to camp here for a sec.